Hey guys, I'm Pixel Dan, and this is a review of the G.I. Joe Retaliation Snake Eyes. Alright, here is the other popular ninja from the G.I. Joe toy line, brought to you from the brand new movie. Now, as we've been saying, these Wave 1 figures may not necessarily be completely movie accurate, but is this new Snake Eyes figure going to turn out to be a cool figure nonetheless? Let's find out. Now, of course, Snake Eyes comes in that G.I. Joe Retaliation packaging, featuring The Rock as the roadblock up at the top, along with an image of Snake Eyes. And then the figure is featured in the blister bubble below. On the back side of the packaging is a look at all of the different accessories this Snake Eyes figure comes with, along with a look at some of the other figures available in the first wave of Retaliation figures. Snake Eyes has had a ton of different versions of figures over the various years of different G.I. Joe toy lines, and they're all very similar to each other, and this figure here is no exception. It is a Snake Eyes look, the general look with the visor in front of his eyes, so you look at him, you see Snake Eyes. But just like all of the other figures that seem to be coming in this wave, he may not necessarily be a movie-accurate figure. He is, however, a very nice-looking Snake Eyes. The figure seems really lean altogether. He's wearing a grayish colored outfit that's got some darker black accents on the shoulders, the knee pads, and the visor across his face. And then, of course, on his right forearm, we do have a red Arashikage symbol. And there are some nice little details sculpted in, such as the belt and the pouches on the pants and all of that. So overall, he is a pretty nice looking sculpt and design. Now, just like the Storm Shadow figure we already looked at, the good thing is that his articulation is very well done on this figure. The head is able to move left and right and slightly up and down. He has ball hinge joints in the shoulders, allowing for full rotation. He can swivel above the elbow and bend at the elbow. His wrist can twist. He has a torso swivel, allowing to move left and right and slightly rock a little bit. He's got ball pin joints in the legs, allowing for a good range of movement. He has double jointed knees, which is very nice. He has the regular ankle articulation and the ankle rockers. So the articulation on Storm Shadow and Snake Eyes in the Retaliation line are much better than most of the other figures we've looked at so far, allowing for some really great posability options for these two ninjas. Now, as far as accessories go, Snake Eyes does come with a few. First of all, we do have one black sword. The weapon is just solid colored black all the way through. It can be held in either one of his hands pretty nicely, and you can even get some really cool two-handed poses with it. Now, on top of that, the figure also comes with a blue gun. Again, it's just solid colored plastic. There's really no extra details or anything like that. But the figure can hold it in either one of his hands, and it does look nice in combination with that sword. Now, seeing as this is a movie year, of course we've got to get some kind of big, goofy, gimmicky weapon. Snake Eyes here comes with this crazy backpack that includes a zipline. So this backpack piece actually just plugs onto his back, and then the harness folds around in the front and attaches through little slots on the back. Honestly, it attaches kind of like a He-Man armor does. So this is Snake Eyes He-Man armor. Now, once you've got that attached, you do have these two wing pieces that you can attach also if you want to. These are optional. You don't have to put them on there, but they do just have small little pins that you just plug in there, and they are articulated so that you can move the wings upwards or downwards. This basically turns this into a glider pack for Snake Eyes. Also on those wings, they do have launching missiles. Basically, the tips of the wings launch. Just by pressing the buttons on the top, it fires off the missile on both wings, which fire pretty nicely. And then the final component of this piece is his 5-foot-long string used for a zipline. Now, he comes with the same little rocket launching piece on the top, the missile part, that came with the Storm Shadow figure. However, he doesn't actually come with a launcher for it, and I tried plugging it into the wings. It doesn't fit in those launchers. So it's not really meant to launch on this one. It's just more meant to hold on to something to use the zipline. You can, however, plug it into the back to holster it if you want to. And then, of course, you can attach that to any kind of object or anything, and you can use the 5 feet of string either as a pulley mechanism to make it look like Snake Eyes is climbing up the string, or, of course, you can just use it as a regular zip line and let gravity do its work. So it's kind of a fun little accessory. It's big and bulky and kind of goofy looking, and since the figure doesn't come with a figure stand, good luck posing him with this thing on his back. But it is still fun for the kids. The zipline works well, and it's actually a lot of fun to play with, so I can definitely imagine kids having a good time with this. Alright guys, it's comparison time. Just for fun, here's a look at Snake Eyes in comparison to several other versions of the Snake Eyes figures that I have in my personal collection. So there you go guys, there is the brand new Snake Eyes figure from G.I. Joe Retaliation Wave 1. Again, maybe he's not entirely movie accurate, but he is still a really nice Snake Eyes figure. He's got great articulation, the sculpt is good, the paint job is simple but nice and clean. He's got some cool weapons and even a big goofy zipline weapon, but it's a fun one, so he's definitely worth checking out. Now, the G.I. Joe Retaliation figures are starting to leak into stores now, but if you don't want to do some hunting, why not head over to www.pastgenerationtoys.com to check out their selection of G.I. Joe Retaliation figures and all of the other cool things they have to offer. Until next time.